Hello, how's it going, guys? It is Friday's video from roulettecalculators.com. Before we get into the actual gameplay session, I just want to do a few shout outs to a few people that have been posting on the network and leaving testimonials and such. So Dennis has just said, today I made some profit. I placed bets only when it was at a depth of 2. It's kind of hard to find a dealer like that, but it is worth the wait. He's saying he waited about 2 hours until he found a dealer that was like that, and he was only betting at a depth of 2, and he's even put a start point there. And you can see in this graph there's just a consistent pattern there. So he's basically waiting until it goes to a depth of 2 before betting on the highlighted section, and he did that and made some good profit. So thanks for sharing that, Dennis. We also had a post from Ernesto, and he said he's watched some of the videos that's helping him make more focused bets. And so far he's made 20 euros on a 200 euro bankroll. When I have enough, I will buy the calculators. So, I mean, what you're saying there is you can actually use this methodology, which we're using for the area key, without using the tools. It's just a little bit more work, but it is possible to do that. Now, I know that he did then actually go and buy the calculators, and he posted this 6 hours ago, and he said he made a quick 2,435 euros on a bankroll of 2,882. And that's pretty amazing how well you can track an air-powered table. I'm loving the area key. Thanks, Edward, for making the calculators available to the world. I'm truly amazed at the power that we have at our fingertips. Now you can see that I do go, I thank him obviously for doing that, and I've asked him to put a testimonial on the testimonials page, because I know that helps people who, there's a lot of scammers out there that think, that I'm scamming. I get it in the YouTube comments all the time, but I do appreciate anyone that is using the tools. If you can leave a testimonial in the testimonial section, that really does help us a lot. But I also go on to say to Ernesto that the area key is best used with live dealers. Now he's using it on an air-powered table, which I don't recommend. I have used it on air-powered tables myself, and I've done very well from it. But air-powered tables can just change and they go too random. So be careful, Ernesto, if you are using them on air-powered tables. We've got a message from James Perry. This is a testimonial. A little bit long. I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but basically he said he's made some nice gains using the area key. He said he needs to practice with it a bit. He was incredibly skeptical signing up for this site today and finished pleasantly surprised, satisfied and hopeful for more sessions. After going through the tutorials on the area key and testing it out, he took $25 to 225 plus using $1 units in approximately an hour. He looks forward to learning with it more and using it during the sessions, and he would highly recommend this particular calculator. He does go on and talks about the positive negative calculator, and he said it looks legit, but it bases the tracking on the table layout, and the wheel is obviously different to the table. Now the positive negative calculator was one of the first calculators that we developed, and that was it was an interesting concept, because I remember watching, it works on the laws of averages, and I'd be watching a table and waiting for, say, one of the dozens to have not come out in, say, 10 spins. So maybe the third dozen didn't come out in 10 spins. Then I would start a progressive betting system on that, because due to the laws of averages, the third section does have to come out at some point. So I was using that quite a lot, and I did make some good money on there. But if you do get a long streak, we know how a progressive betting system can go higher, but it's obviously a bit safer than the martingale, because you can do more bets. The system I use is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 13, 20, 30. I think you'll have to have a look at the calculator, because I haven't used it for a long time, because I am a huge fan of the dealer tracker and the area key. He does go on to say the area key predicts the physical location of the wheel, which is where the money is. And then he goes on to say that if you're reading this and trying to decide whether or not to try it out, pull the trigger and do it. And I want to say that as well, because feel free to use the tools. If you go on there and you become a full member, you do have a 60-day money back guarantee. So you've got 2 months. And if you don't like it, if you're not happy with the tools, we'll give you a full refund and you've got 2 months to do that. Now, what I do recommend is, because I see it time and time again, someone will sign up and they won't look at any of the training or any of the videos, and they'll just start making bets on where the calculator's telling them to. And of course, they're going to inevitably lose, because the calculators are just showing you the dealer's history. It's not a get-rich-quick system like a lot of companies, they claim that use this 100% guaranteed. It's not. This is using the data from what the dealer is doing and showing you if there is any patterns or if there isn't. Don't think you can just bet on where the calculators are showing is highlighted. You really do need to put the time in. So usually I will get someone that uses the tools. They don't. They'll ask for a refund. I'll refund them. And then a month later or 2 months later, they'll sign up again, and they end up becoming a long-term member because they've actually watched a lot of the videos and the tutorials, and they kind of understand that they are just tools, and they're there to help guide you into finding a dealer with a particular signature or a spin bias. So anyway, thank you so much, James, for posting that as well. Really appreciate it. And as you know, we've watched a lot of videos from Sam D, and what really got to me the other day, which is really nice what he's done. He sent me a message on WhatsApp just saying, I want to say thanks, Ed. I bought a car recently, a brand new one. You helped me do that. And for that, I thank you. So massive kudos to Sam, because not only does he help everyone on the site who is, not used to using the tools, and everyone looks up to Sam because he does consistently win, but he is one of the most helpful people on there. So if you are new to the site, drop him a message, be nice, and he's always willing to help. So let's get on with the video. So we are going to watch the Sam D video now, and he's currently at £2,651. It looks like he's using the dealer tracker and the area key again, so he's cross-referencing the two. He's just going straight in with £5 per number bets there, so he's doing a £95 bet. Which should result in £180. Let me just pause the video there. Okay, so you can see here he's had a depth for 0, 0, then 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 0, 1, 0. I want to see where he's betting. He's betting on the unhighlighted section, so he's betting on the area that isn't highlighted there. So you can see this dealer is showing it has a lot more signs of it going to the unhighlighted section, because obviously it's got the not lots of zeros. Now, if you are unsure of how to use the area key, please check out the YouTube playlist. If you go click on the profile, click on playlist, and then go to the area key getting started guide, and we do a breakdown of how the area key works there. But it looks like he got the win. I was just rambling on, so that went to number 4. So now it's on a depth of 1. He's not betting, so it looks like he is waiting for a certain thing to come out. So I'm guessing he's waiting for it to go to a depth of 0 before he makes his bet. Okay, so yeah, I've seen that there's a lot of depths of 1s and 2s, but there's not many 0s to 0s, meaning it hasn't really gone to the highlighted, back to the highlighted in a row very often. So that's probably what he's waiting for there. Now, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like the video, hit subscribe, and also hit that bell notification icon, and that's going to give you updates on any new videos that we put out there. And obviously, we talk about new strategies, ideas all the time. So it looks like Sam's going in for a bet now. He's covering number 1 and blah, blah, blah. Let's have a look. That looks like he's actually put it on the highlighted section that time. Okay, so it's now at a depth of 2. Okay, so he's saying it hasn't gone past a depth of 2. In the past, so that's why he's betting on the highlighted. So he's playing on both sides of the fence with this particular session. So let's see what happens. I think that was a little bit unlucky. Went to number 12. So yeah, it was just a couple away from the highlighted there, which now put it to a depth of 3, which I don't think it's gone to yet. Let's see how he tackles this one. Like I said, he's using both calculators on this. He's using the dealer tracker and the area key, and he's kind of cross-referencing those. Looks like he's going back to the highlighted section. Is that the highlight? I think he's gone back on the highlighted section. I'll have a look because he switched it. No, it looks like the unhighlighted section actually. He's definitely got number 1 covered. So where's that one gone? That looks like he was right. Yeah, number 27. So he's just got the 180. That's put him to 2,726, I believe. 26 or 28. On the screen, it's quite small, so I'm struggling to see that on this particular table. So it's currently at a depth of 4. So that's gone crazy high. Definitely favouring the unhighlighted section for sure. But it looks like he's sitting this one out just to see what happens. It hasn't gone to a depth of 4 yet. Let's see what happens. So that's gone to number 34. Okay, so it's gone to the highlighted. That's now put that to a depth of 0 again. So I reckon he's going to go... Oh, he's going straight on the unhighlighted section. Yeah, that's the gameplay he was playing before. But you can see with this dealer, definitely favouring the reverse area key. So we can see here, looks like he had a depth of 5, which is technically a depth of 4, because we always -1 off that first entry there. Then it went 0, 0. Then it went to 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 0, 1, 0. Then 4. So, there's 4 instances where it's gone highlighted to highlighted, which is obviously there, and then we've got 2 at the top. So, yeah, I mean, it's an okay signature. We've seen a lot better, but let's see how he does on this session anyway. So he's going for the unhighlighted section. We're number 5 around to 26 there, at top of the board right up there. Let's see it land pretty much after 0 or past. That looks pretty damn good. That's right in the middle there. So that's gone to number 9, I believe, which couldn't be more central in that unhighlighted section. So let's put him to 2,811. So I guess he's going to sit out on this one because it's currently at a depth of 1. We've seen it go to a depth of 1 quite a few times. And yeah. So he kind of risked it by playing the opposite side of the field last time when it went to a depth of 2. He bet on the highlighted section. It didn't pay off on that one, but he's still got his money back. It's just one of those things. So let's keep an eye on the prize, see what happens. That's gone to number 20, so that's gone straight back to the highlighted. So I'm guessing that he's going to go on the unhighlighted section again. Now it's at a depth of 0. Yeah, so he's covering from number 12 all the way round to number 11. Okay, and that, yeah, I mean the graph is showing that once it goes to a depth of 0, it typically does go to a depth of 1 or 2 or higher. So let's see if that holds true for the rest of this session. About 10 minutes remain. Yeah, about 10-minute session so far. So let's have a look. Where's that one gone? That looks pretty good. Number 25. So yeah, that's put him to 2,896. So obviously he's doing a lot bigger bets than most people will. He's doing £5 per number, but he's got really good experience with identifying patterns. And you know, we've watched. I think he must have sent me over 50 videos. And really nice for him to send me that message saying that he's bought a brand new car and he's thanked me for it. I mean, you know, it is still gambling. Obviously, these are just tools. They're just showing you the dealer's history. But it is still gambling, you know. I cannot guarantee that it's going to be a winning session. There's no one, and anyone that does, anyone that says, oh, this is a 100% guaranteed roulette system, they're lying, you know. All we can do is find a dealer with a signature and hope that signature continues while you're making those educated bets. So I really want to put that out there because I am quite tired of people thinking that I'm trying to con people. Like I said, I wouldn't give a 60-day money-back guarantee on a system. I wouldn't put a system out there if I didn't believe in it and I didn't use it myself. I've been using these tools for 7 years now, and 100% I am up from roulette. There is no doubt about that. I'm living in Thailand, and this is my income. Although now I've put the tools out there, you know, I do make an income from from putting them out there. I'm not going to lie, obviously, it's people like, why would I share them? That's the reason. So yeah, it looks like he missed that last one. He's just doing flat betting by the looks of it. So let's see where this one goes. Looks like he's on the unhighlighted section again. It's at a depth of 0. So I think he must have had a highlighted to highlighted again. So when we look at the graph below, it will show a 0. There, he wants to see it land around 0 or just after. That's gone to 35. So yeah, he did get the win there, just on the edge there. And that's put him to 2,886. And now I guess he's going to wait until it goes to a depth of 0 again. So he's going to wait for that highlighted section to come out. And then he is going to start making the bets. And yeah, I just want to say, because last time we had someone in the comments saying that this is 100% fake because the names are being covered up. The winners are being covered up. That's Sam's choice. Obviously he's had a few accounts banned on casinos, and he's covering his name up, and obviously the session ID at the top there. Which would make it harder for them to trace it back to Sam and block him. But if you look at any of my videos that I put out there, I don't censor anything. I haven't had an account banned yet, but it's probably because they know that I host this channel, and it would just be more credibility for me. So they've kind of left my account alone, but it is Sam's prerogative. He can cover the names up if he wants to, but if you're in doubt, check out my own videos. Right, there you go. So that is 2,971 pounds. Looks like it's toward the end of the video now, but yeah, what a nice tidy profit there. That's very well played. And he's had a couple of misses, but he hasn't done any progression. He's just done flat betting, and that's what I'm saying with these tools, that it's not about winning the like big wins. It's about getting more wins than losses. And if you do that with flat betting, that's a solid signature. That's a solid system where you're not having to do a progression. Sometimes a progression does help. It does boost your balance up faster, but then if you're doing that, you're adding an element of risk as well, because you're increasing your bets on the losing ones. Now, if you could literally get a coin and flip it heads or tails and know it's going to land on tails more often than heads, and you're just doing flat betting, you're going to make more money doing that, but it will take a longer process. But that's all these tools are doing. We're looking at the dealers that are favoring one area of the table more than the other. And then if you can do flat betting with that, you're going to gradually increase your balance in the long run. And what I say to people is, it's not a golden bullet, it's just a tool which is showing you and trying to identify dealers with a particular signature or a pattern. And I aim for 7 to 8 sessions out of 10 to be winning sessions. And if you do that and you don't get emotionally involved, if you have a losing session, so say you want to play £100 per session and you're on there, if you double your money to £200, I typically leave it for the day. Okay, if you start with £500 and you take it to £1,000, then you leave it for the day. The next day you go back in with £500. If you lose that, you don't get emotionally invested. Don't try and win it back. Don't get angry, because as soon as you let emotions take over, you're not focusing on the actual data that the tools are showing you. You're just in, I got to win my money back mode. And that's typically when you will lose. So try and do that. Just have your budget and only play with what you can afford to lose. Do not play with money you cannot afford to lose, because that's just that's crazy, because it is still gambling. So say you got a £100 budget. Okay, if you win, that's brilliant. You withdraw £100, leave 100 in the account. The next day, if you play and win, then that's great. You withdraw that out and do that. And I aim to get, like I said, 7 or 8 winning sessions out of 10. And if you do that during the course of the week, then you're in profit. And if you do that like I've been doing over the last 7 years, you'll be able to live on that money without raising too many alarm bells. If you just sit on there and constantly winning over and over and over, and you're just living on there, you might be able to, but for me, I know personally, I lose focus. If I've been playing for 2 or 3 hours, I lose focus and I'll start making stupid bets, and I won't be following the system, which I know works because I've been doing it for 7 years. So just take that into account, and like I always say, please bet smart, and I do mean that, because I call this educated betting. In no way am I saying it's 100% guaranteed, and as I said, anyone that says that is lying. It's just it's, you know, there's no way of guaranteeing a win, but I know that I can swing the odds into my favor by reading the dealer first. I'm rambling on a bit, but with that said, I hope you did enjoy the video, and as I said before, if you do like it, give the thumb up. If you're new, subscribe and hit that bell notification icon. I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Thank you for watching, and please bet smart.